Hi everyone and welcome to Firm. Mark Merrill here. The wrath of evil, believe it or not folks, is ending. As you can see here from Imprimis, the publication of Hillsdale College, disparate impact thinking is destroying civilization as we know it. And also, in another publication of Imprimis, a few months apart, rogue prosecutors in our court system are the cause for the rise in crime. Believe it or not, folks, it is coming to an end. What we have right here, of course, folks, is our friend Tom Fitton, president and founder of Judicial Watch. And it's all about illegal aliens, believe it or not, folks, being able to vote in Washington, D.C. on several key issues. But there's a limit. First, our view from Firm on this reprehensible and demonic and stupid and unconstitutional act of the radical leftocrats, I want to call them. The radicals, specifically Biden, Harris, Obama, Hillary, and Soros, have lost their sanity and want to crush a civilized country like ours into dust. This must be stopped, because they'll force our cities and towns into a demonic cesspool of lawlessness and evil. Now, the illegal aliens vote in D.C., as by this particular post a few days ago by Judicial Watch and Tom Fitton's staff, new documents released and revealed D.C. training for non-citizens voting DHHS, Health and Human Services rules, to certain illegal immigrants eligible for Obamacare. Does Obamacare still exist? I don't think so. If you think concerns about illegal aliens, folks, becoming voters are overblown, look no further than the nation's capital. Yike. Tom Fitton's staff recently received pages back on May 17th, 13 of them, from the District of Columbia explaining to illegal aliens and other non-citizens how they can register to vote in local elections. The records came in response to a Freedom of Information or FOIA request in April for materials presented and or provided at the training, communications, advertising, promoting the training, and materials provided to participants, attendees, and after the training. On April 10th this year, a training event entitled Non-Citizen Voting Education Virtual Training. The non-citizens of D.C. can vote in local elections under the Local Resident Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2022, and can vote in district elections for offices of mayor, attorney general, chairman, or members of the D.C. Council, members of the State Board of Education, the advisory neighborhood commissioners. Non-U.S. citizens cannot, however, vote for federal officers. Got that one, folks? That's kind of important. They cannot vote for federal candidates. Now, this is the kicker for me, and it should be for you too, folks. All you legal, law-abiding American citizens out there. These non-citizens, these illegals, must provide proof of their address in the District of Columbia at an early vote center prior to Election Day or at the polling place assigned to their address on Election Day. And that is that one, folks. You think that's going to happen? I don't think so. And the most recent, of course, folks, with Donald Trump and the kangaroo court where his defense has rested. Well, Mr. Trump was never called to the stand to testify. But his once trusted friend, Cohen, lied his rear end off. Stormy Daniels was no kind of a witness for the prosecution either. So we're going to have to wait and see for some decisions, and the jury is out until the week of May 28th. See what happens. The charges against Mr. Trump are foolish, stupid. There is no basis for him being prosecuted, indicted, or jailed, ever. Of course, folks, we are a little bit late getting to this story, but I think everyone knows by now about the horrible helicopter crash that took the life of President Raisi of Iran, and I believe one of his ministers. He was viewed as a protege of Khomeini. During his tenure, though, Raisi, a hardliner who formerly led the judiciary of the country, looks like they deflectocrats in this country took a page out of his book, this guy. Relations between his country and the West deteriorated, and Iran enriched themselves closer with uranium to weapons-grade levels and supplied bomb-carrying drones to Russia for its war in Ukraine. How about that? His government also faced years of mass protests over the ailing economy and women's rights. The crash killed all 8 people, it appears, on board of that Bell helicopter that Iran purchased in the early 2000s, according to the state-run IRNA news agency. Also, Foreign Minister Hossein Amirabdollahian, the governor of Iran's East Azerbaijan province, a senior cleric from Tabriz, a Revolutionary Guard official, and 3 crew members, IRNA stated. Where this is going to lead the leadership of Iran? Stay tuned, folks. We will update you as needed. We have no reason for news of this information coming through the mainstream media. Don't trust any of them, folks. Ever. As we get on to some other news here, folks, while we at the same time want to promote the fact that DEI needs to go away and we must stop it, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Some other news that is quite interesting. Prime Minister Netanyahu's war cabinet member Benny Gantz threatened to quit if Mr. Netanyahu did not advance a plan for post-war Gaza by June 8th. See how that's going to turn out. His demands are 6-fold: to demilitarize Gaza, prioritize the release of Israeli hostages remaining in the territory, return 60,000 Israeli civilians to their homes near the Lebanese border by September. You think he's stupid, folks? Come on! Advance a normalization deal with Saudi Arabia. Form a Palestinian governing body with Gaza, with the Western and Arab oversight, and end military service exemptions for Orthodox Jews. End military service exemptions for Orthodox Jews. You can't do this. Pretty much asking Netanyahu to step down. And recent news shows, folks, as we were starting the program here today, is that Netanyahu has been threatened to be arrested by the ICC. Check out that one a little bit later. This announcement marks second such a critique of Netanyahu following a speech by Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said Netanyahu must act, but at the same time he composes Israel's three-person war cabinet of those people. In other events, folks, going on in our world, carrying on here with a couple of things. Stock market is fluctuating with Joe Biden and company in control of the country. Control? I don't think so. But here's one, folks, from May 20th. The United States and Saudi Arabia progressed toward binational security deals in talks over the weekend. Purportedly days away, it would include defense guarantees and cooperation on nuclear energy for civilian purposes, with a pathway for Israeli-Saudi normalization, pending Israel's recognition of the Palestinian state. As previously mentioned, folks, I don't think it's going to happen. This is going to stop too, folks. Biden's been dealing with the devil. We must restore America in more ways than one. With your support, folks. It's through this, the Constitution and our Bill of Rights as they exist today, not in the past. This brief report, folks, on Firm. I'm Mark Merrill, Fairness in Reporting Media. We thank you for joining us, as always. And please, go to our website, rumble.com/users/fairnessmedia1. If you want to find any and all of our podcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're on Twitter, YouTube, right here. And please check in with us on fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. We welcome your views and your topic suggestions. In the meantime, everyone stay safe. Peace to all.